Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Awesome Heat. We're back. Took a little hiatus. I went and got married. And
Hello.
and my homeboy Rufus was actually he made our wedding cake and his jar cakes and everything for our guests. So we were just out partying, doing it up, and but now we're back. Before I get too far into it, I'm your man Dia in prime time. Uh, Rufus, talk to the people real quick, man. I'm gonna let you take this
I'm
over because I'm hot. Let's go.
I'm Rufus Gavin, and yeah, hey, welcome back. Hey, it's been a while,
Been a
but
while.
we finna jump right into it because we got a problem, and I don't think nobody can solve it. But here we go. DCEU, Warner Brothers, selling off everything. Let's get to it. Dion.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm for them selling it off. The whole AT&T thing obviously didn't go the way that AT&T had planned. I remember
Right.
all the Marvel, not the Marvel, DC like Justice League stuff in connection with AT&T. They were putting out ads and stuff there, and then we saw what happened with that movie. And I feel like we didn't see AT&T attached to anything DC at least
Oh,
after
let
that
me
first Justice League movie.
honestly, now that you say something, because I never ever thought about this after that whole merger. I haven't seen AT&T attached to nothing.
Not really. Like even on HBO Max for a little while,
But then
or
again,
just nothing.
um, well, I mean, I don't know, but maybe it was, like I said before, they didn't have to be attached to nothing. I mean, their name's on the paperwork. Cut the check. You don't have to put me in your movie. You ain't got to, even no screenshot or nothing. Cut
That's
the check.
true. But that's not what has me hot. But we'll talk about it too. You, on
Yeah.
one hand, have done a little bit more research than I have on it, and I'll admit that I read the first few articles about the whole selling off and the whole
Uh-huh.
Discovery Plus stuff. Uh, I I don't know if this is true, Rufus. You guys send. We'll put like some links in the bottom of what we
Right.
saw, but DC needs to stay. Oh God, I hate to say this because Warner Media and Warner Bros. Really they have properties that I absolutely love. Love
Yeah.
Batman, love Superman, Wonder Woman, the Trinity, and then you just go down the list of every superhero from there on.
Right.
And they have these characters that I absolutely love. And for the last since 2013, Man of Steel came out,
Yeah.
they have been just dropping deuces on all of these characters. Like it's been bad.
I
And
wouldn't
as
say
a
that, but God,
yeah,
God.
but as a fan, I'm looking at it like I have a Man of Steel movie in 2013, and this is where I'll get involved a little bit um, with the whole story arc of DC. That's what's killing me the most is that you start off with Man of Steel in 2013. Well, let's take it back before then. You asked Zack Snyder to basically put a 5 movie deal together. So his
Right.
initial 5 movies were supposed to be Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Apparently, DC and Warner's all saw that Marvel money being made
Right.
and wanted to create a universe through that.
Universe. Right.
Cool. If you want to get other directors to take a Wonder Woman, take a Aquaman or whatever, fine. But those 5 movies was all he was obligated to pretty much do or to make.
Right.
And that was his story and his version of the Justice League. But I feel like you look over at Disney, they're making $1 billion off one movie
Yeah.
per movie. If they
Yeah.
drop 2 in a summer, they're making over billions that summer,
Yeah.
but for both movies. I feel like Warner and DC saw that and was like, we need to put the pedal to the metal and start our own
But
DC universe.
but they tried to rush them shits, which is
They
why a lot of people was like, "Fuck no, this is not working."
and I can honestly say, just being a deep DC fan, if if they had copied that Marvel formula just from the movies connecting, I would have been totally fine with it.
But you know why
Give
they
me a
didn't?
Superman. Give tell me why.
You know why they did? Because they didn't want to be looked upon as copycats. They didn't want to be looked upon as, oh, y'all gonna take this. Hold on. Let me finish. Y'all gonna take this same exact formula and do the same exact shit. Now let me tell you, I don't have a problem with that, people,
Neither
because
do I.
the fucking formula works. It's been proven in math. Formulas fucking work. So why not take that same formula and do some cool ass shit and connect every single movie? But they didn't want to do that because, like I just said, man, like if I was sitting beside you in school, Dion, and I know you about to get an A, why not let me peek on over here and, copy all your shit? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. It's like you talk about not copying. If I'm not mistaken, and please in the chat, if comments, whatever, tell me if I'm wrong. I believe inspiration for Thanos was from Darkseid, through that universe, or through comic books. I don't want to go on. I don't want to fully commit to saying that.
Okay.
But I want to say I may have heard that or read that somewhere. If you know, please tell me. But hindsight, I mean, you look at the Infinity Wars and all that stuff, that Infinity Saga, and you look at damn mother boxes, for goodness sakes. It's the same damn story. Either way you look at it, man. Here's your big bad coming to take over the world. Here's your big bad coming to take over the world. Here's Iron Man. Captain America, Hulk, and here's the Trinity of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Boom. Then what happens? We get spinoffs of Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. Then what happens? Another big bad. Let's put them all together to face Darkseid in the end. Oh, what else we got? Oh, we can do a Justice League Unlimited because we have all these the cartoon. Oh boy.
But see, hold on.
The animated,
you're getting ahead. You're getting ahead.
No. If they would have copied the animated DC animated universe, that was their formula already.
Okay.
There have been universes connected in cartoons since the 90s.
Okay. So hold on.
Marvel did it with Spider-Man and X-Men.
Well, hold on. We've been saying this for years. Had they just gone from the comic books to the screen, that's the formula. But as you know, nobody really does that. Except for, if you think about it, sometimes they do that with the TV series. They do go from the comic book to the TV series, but they won't do that for the movies. And I don't know why they won't do it.
But things in movies aren't like inspired through the comic books. Like, I mean, that's the only really full-on source material that they really have to go off of. But my thing is that DC and Warner Brothers just made it so hard on themselves, where you could have still taken those 5 movies that you promised Zack Snyder, let him make his Man of Steel, which I enjoy that movie from start to finish. You liked Brandon Roth, obviously, and I know we both like Henry Cavill. I love
Brandon Roth.
I know we both like
Superman.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
We both love Henry Cavill as Superman.
Hold on, let me say this. I loved Brandon Roth as Superman. I did not like that Superman because of the storyline.
Yes.
That was my only issue with that movie, was the storyline. I even like Kevin Spacey as motherfucking Lex Luthor. But that storyline pissed me off. And I know it pissed you off when he lifted up the whole kryptonite. I
wasn't gonna bring it up. I was gonna bring it up, but it was a lot of stuff with that movie that just didn't fly with me.
Yeah.
But it's just like here's the internet fans for DC and comic book movies in general. They say in the Brandon Roth Superman that he didn't really fight anybody or do anything Superman like. And then you get over Man of Steel, they're like, he destroyed a city and fought. Like, you can't have it. You gotta pick it.
He destroyed an entire city.
There's no middle, honestly, man. So my mind is like, okay, and we'll go through this because I feel like I know what we want to do with it. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Can I say something right quick? Because I never understand this about people. So you'll go watch Marvel and they will fuck up entire countries. Nobody bitches about it.
Well, they finally
Superman,
did with the Sokovia
because I've been saying Superman go through. I'm talking about one motherfucking house. Oh shit, he done fucked up somebody's house. Come on.
Okay,
For real?
But starting with that, just thinking about it, you have Man of Steel, which I think at the end when spoiler alert if you haven't seen it by now, man. When he broke Zod's neck, I really didn't have a problem. I was more shocked by it than anything.
Thank you. Okay, you said what I was gonna say. I didn't have a problem with it, but I was shocked that he really did it. But I mean, it needed to be done because I was a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, because you gotta look at and I mean, oh god, his name leaves me. Who's Zod? Michael Shannon. Michael Shannon.
I can't remember
his
name.
Michael Shannon, is that his name?
I can't remember his name.
I got it. Michael Shannon was like the name of the mascot. Who had Southern Miss.
For real?
Yes, Mike. I think his name was Michael Shannon, but the actor was Michael Shannon.
Seymour.
But I liked him as Zod. When you look at the way that Zack Snyder told that story, Superman was becoming Superman. And so there was no idea of like, oh, snap, I can send him to the Phantom Zone. There's no Phantom Zone idea. No. He just made it to the Fortress of Solitude, man. He got to
fight.
He had to make a decision based off that. It was like, okay, let Zod torch his family with his eyes. But I was more like, but here's the biggest thing. He regretted it immediately.
Yeah.
And after that happened, it sort of told you the sort of world that we were going to be in for this universe that they were making. Well, not universe, I take that back. The 5 movies that we were going to be in. And I had no problem with it.
No, if I was there with Superman, I'd be like, hey, man, sometimes you got to kill a motherfucker, man. Because, hey, for real, think about, this motherfucker came to Earth to fuck shit up.
Yeah,
period. And he didn't care who he killed in the process.
Yeah, I mean, his last words before you went to the Phantom Zone the first time was what, like, I will find you or find him or something like that. He was like, he's going to, like, I don't know when. Yeah. I don't know when it's coming.
But I'm gonna find you.
But I believe you.
Yeah, right. So I mean, I didn't have a problem with that. But here's my thing. So I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna get back to the whole selling thing. Had Warner Brothers left Zack Snyder alone and let him off his leash and let him do what he wanted to do with his films, I think we'd be having a different discussion tonight instead of the whole selling of the whole DCEU.
Here's the thing. Based off the stuff that Zack Snyder has said after the Snyder Cut of how things were supposed to sort of original plans for it, I'm gonna sound bad for saying this, but I'm sort of happy DC meddled in a few of those things. And one of the things that I point out the most was the fact that, and there was just, I don't know where it went or where it would have gone, but the idea that Bruce Wayne would like sort of form some sort of relationship with Lois during the time that Superman's dead. I think he came out and said something to that degree.
But he didn't say it was going to be a romantic relationship.
It appeared that way because he's always implying, or they're implying that Lois was pregnant in Justice League.
But we all know who Lois was pregnant by.
Rightfully so. And then that kid would become the next Batman. Batman was supposed to get killed off in Justice League 3. And then that Superman's kid, who didn't have any powers, is supposed to take up the mantle as being Batman. I think in one quote he said something to the point, I wish I would have pulled it up, but he said something to the point that his name would be Bruce Kent, and they would show him the Batcave and say like, this was your Uncle Bruce sort of thing.
Hey man, again, let me tell you something. No, that would have been cool as fuck.
But no, okay. But there's other things that Warner Brothers was like, nah, no, maybe not. That I was like, keeping that together, moving those things out of that story, I didn't want to see that. Because here's the thing. Batman,
you don't know what you want to see until you see it.
I could tell you from a story standpoint, the Batman that, okay, we've jumped from Henry Cavill let's just go. This is how I sort of want to take this one, Rufus. Okay, we jumped from Man of Steel. Let's go through these movies, sort of one by not one by one, but
So we're gonna be here all night for this.
no, we're not gonna do that either because I got so much to say because
Okay.
I love
Let's
these
get back to
characters
the
so much
let's get back to the
that I
date
want to.
at hand.
No, but I want to see Ben Affleck as Batman again in a Batman
You
movie that he should have
okay,
gotten.
I'm gonna say one thing. You're gonna see him and he's gonna die. Now let's move forward.
I don't want him to.
But that may be true. Hell,
Why is it?
well,
Why is it that I can watch any Marvel movie and just any Marvel movie and be entertained from the next one to the next one? Watch TV show entertained to the next one to the next one. But if I want to seriously watch a good Batman movie, I mean a good Batman movie that I absolutely love, I have to go back to 1989 and watch Michael
Michael
Keaton as
Keaton
Batman to get
as
a
Batman.
really good Batman movie that I enjoy. Batman Returns is good too, but Rufus, you're gonna have to wrangle me in on this topic,
Hold on, because
or
I know
we're
you
gonna have
can
to
talk
cut this
about
into
Batman.
we're gonna
I
cut
know
this
you
into
got.
two parts.
I know you got to talk about Batman, and I know you can talk about him all night. But here's the thing, and here's the thing: what we don't know about Batman and Ben Affleck, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We have no idea. We don't know if Ben Affleck wants to continue playing Batman, or
He's
if
got to, man.
hold on, or if Warner didn't want him to continue playing Batman. Because you got to think about it. If that was the case, if there was a mutual agreement between those two, then you wouldn't have this whatever the fuck Batman is coming out that's supposed to be coming out soon with the
Robert
flashy
Pattinson,
vampire
yeah.
boy.
But no, but look at all the flack or the not flack, but look at all the stuff that happened along the way. Because Ben Affleck was supposed to direct the Batman movie that he was in, and I get it. He was going through a lot during that time,
Right.
drinking a lot. I'm glad he's
Yeah.
super healthy now. Ben Affleck looks like he's in the best shape of his life. He looks like Daredevil sort of shape. Well, BVS Batman sort of shape.
He kind of better than Daredevil.
Yeah. but I'm glad that he's happy. I'm glad. I mean, fingers crossed that Benifer happens again. J-Lo and Affleck. I want to see that happen again. But that's neither here nor there at the moment.
Did you just say Benifer?
That's what they went by.
I just said Benifer.
That's what they went by in the early 2000s.
Don't ever say that shit.
What are you talking about?
That sounds horrible.
But I'm
back to the subject.
But I think he wants to. He wouldn't have come back and did that epilogue of Justice League if he didn't want to.
He wants to, but what if they don't want him to?
Because Warner Brothers would have to admit, and maybe DC would have to admit, oh shit, we're wrong.
We made a mistake. Okay, so what's wrong with it? And that's my question.
They're never gonna admit it.
What's wrong with saying I'm wrong? That's just like it's just like going back to the whole copying thing. What's wrong with admitting that they got a really good product over there?
They're not gonna admit it, and they're not
let's copy a little bit of shit.
They're not gonna admit it, and the only way we got the Justice League was thankfully through HBO Max. If that partnership and everything didn't happen, we would have never saw that movie.
Let's segue from what you just said to the whole selling off of all of the DCEU assets and who you would like to see buy it. Because if HBO was a part of this deal, would you want them to buy all the DCEU stuff and release it on HBO Max?
Well,
I personally think Disney, if Disney was in the running, I would like to see Disney buy it. But hold on, let me say something first. That might be a problem with the law and monopoly and all this other shit if Disney owned the DCEU and Marvel.
No, I don't want. The most appealing thing for me with DC was that DC, like I told you before we started recording, DC is really rock and roll to me, man. It's like they have dark tones, and I'm not saying Marvel's never done dark storylines or dark tones in movies, or not much in movies, but in comic books. We all know all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But DC just has always had this like gritty sort of feel to it. And I look at like their animated properties and stuff like that. The animated properties, they hit those out of the park every single time. The animated movies, series, whatever, those are beyond anything that I think movie-wise, to me at least, that they've ever done movie-wise up until this Snyder Cut thing. That was just epic, man. Let's be honest. I wouldn't want Disney or a company like that to do it. The merger is like with Disney Plus and Warner Media, right? Is that the new? Because once AT&T is removed,
no, it's Warner and Discovery Plus.
Warner, but I think Warner has changed their sort of thing from like to Warner Media and
Discovery because that has something to do with legal or whatever. But that's Warner Media and Discovery, not Disney Plus. Because if that was the case,
did I say Disney Plus? My bad. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it.
I personally, I'm tell you why I would like to see Disney purchase the DCEU. And this is real simple for me. They did great. Nah, fuck that. They did motherfucking phenomenal with Marvel. I don't give a shit how you look at it, how you scratch it, how you sniff it, how you flip that bitch. They did motherfucking awesome with it. They did. You gonna tell me you wouldn't want to see an entity like Disney with all the fucking talented directors, writers, all the shit they have to like put fresh eyes on motherfucking Superman, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman,
so
Aquaman,
would we be recasting?
And I don't know. I mean, even if they did, I'm pretty sure Disney can pick out some good motherfuckers. Even if they didn't, we still use the same people who you just said we could use. Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, all of those people would still be fucking awesome in these movies. It'll just go in a different way, and it might be better. And who knows? They might be like, hey, Zach, what's happening?
I think Zack Snyder is like fully ingratiated into Netflix. Netflix is giving him
I'm be honest, I think, and that's another thing. Netflix is a part of this talk too. So Netflix, so this is what it is. All right. And so it's Netflix, and I know a lot of people are talking about this whole subject, but it's Netflix, Amazon, and Disney right now are the three mega motherfucking giants in this whole industry when it comes to streaming, because we're talking about post-corona, people still not trying to go to the movie theaters. People are wanting to be at home and enjoy movies from home, which I'm surprised HBO Max is not in this talk. But I'm talking about these three major people or these three major entities right now, okay? So if Amazon bought it, I think Amazon would do okay because, they have The Boys, they got The Invincibles, they got a couple of other superhero things that look really, really, really good. Netflix, I think Netflix would do great because Netflix had all the Marvel stuff before Disney bought all the Marvel stuff. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, they did, all the writers, all the directors did an excellent job on all the shows, from Jessica Jones to Daredevil, The Punisher. If you have not seen The Punisher on Netflix, oh my God, go and watch it.
The only misstep for me was Iron Fist. That was tough to get through.
It was okay, but I'm saying I'm going down this list and Disney. So you got Disney, who has done excellent in every fucking thing. Well, you can't name one thing they hadn't done excellent at when it comes to the superhero shit. Okay,
I was checking this for HBO Max real quick, but did you just say that? And I'm sorry if I didn't catch it. You didn't give Disney credit for the Netflix shows, did you?
No.
Okay, because that had nothing to do with
Netflix. I said Netflix did a great job before Disney purchased, all the Marvel stuff. And so okay, like I was saying, Disney has done excellent with everything they've touched come superhero wise. I'm talking about superhero wise, I'm talking about from Wolverine, I'm talking about fucking from the very first Iron Man. Well, that wasn't Disney, but from all the everything that
Once they
came after
acquired
Disney
Disney,
purchased, once they
them.
acquired
Mhm.
Marvel, they've done an excellent job. So for me, if they acquired the DCEU, just think about this, dude. The first Flash movie that comes out from Disney would be fucking phenomenal. Seriously, just think about that. The first, or I can't say the first Superman movie, but the first Superman movie coming from Disney would be awesome.
I
The first Batman movie coming from Disney would be awesome. Now I say that because, okay, yeah, Disney would have to get their hands dirty because Batman is very greedy. And I'm saying this, hold on, before you say something, I want to see how they're gonna do a Blade before I fully commit to them doing a Batman. I
well,
want to see what they're gonna do with Blade.
I tell you this. Uh,
But I would
maybe
love. I'm still
maybe
gonna say I would love to see them purchase it. I would love to
well,
see them purchase DC
real quick
every
too.
single asset.
Real quick too. HBO Max is owned by Warner Media, but I
Uh
thought
huh.
so. So Warner Media, once they're still connected, they still have basically this merger is going to sort of is obviously going to change that chain of command sort of thing that workflow chart or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But with Disney, man, I think it just goes back to me growing up watching the cartoons. I it's like this. You knew how Spider-Man looked because Spider-Man looked like X-Men and X-Men looked like Iron Man and
Yeah.
Hulk looked like that. All looked like the same. You jump over to Batman animated series, and then you jump over to Superman animated series. Then you roll into Justice League. Then you get Batman Beyond, and
Yeah.
and even Static Shock for goodness sakes.
Now when you got
That
Batman
but
Beyond,
but
the
but
art started to change.
the art started changing in the last season of Batman versus Superman, not Batman versus Superman, my bad, Batman the animated series, because they made it look more like Superman. It seemed like it was super expensive to probably animate the way
Yeah.
that they animated those first few seasons of Batman, the animated series, but it wasn't until that last season. And I remember as a kid, like watching that very first episode, I think it was like a Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy sort of episode, and it looking like, oh God, what is this? Like it went from it was drastic for me. But I
Yeah.
got through it. I mean, they changed the name because obviously we were living in a time where like, oh man, Batman is very dark, even in
Yeah.
cartoons. Let's brighten
Yeah.
him up. Let's give him a younger Robin. Let's do all that. Let's give him Batgirl. Let's make it look all together. Then we flow into Justice League and it looks baller there, man, and all the way
Yeah.
through. So and I say that because I knew the difference and I like the difference. I like the different style art. I like the different sort of concepts for Marvel compared to DC and vice versa. I think once you put that on that umbrella, Rufus, at some point there's a formula that's created and there's a look that's crafted and it sort
So
of
you think
starts
it's
to
gonna
look
all look the
together.
same? I don't think so.
There's going to be beats and stuff in those movies that are going to remind that I feel like will remind me like,
But
oh
hold
shit,
on.
this could possibly be somewhat of a Marvel movie with the DC
There,
character.
there are beats in right now in those movies that will remind you, shit, this could be Marvel.
Wait,
We just got finished talking about Thanos and Doomsday. You see what I'm
true,
saying? The
but
whole
but
concept of
but look at Justice League's Doomsday, right? And look at
mm-hmm,
Marvel's Thanos. And
mm-hmm,
think about them side by side for a second. Think
yeah,
about the phenomenal acting of Josh Brolin, by the way, as Thanos, and how sort of methodical he was with everything. And then let's go over like to see how Darkseid looked. Darkseid looks just like brute force of just destruction, basically.
yeah.
Those are two different tones for me. The darker tones, a Darkseid. The I mean, come on, the Omega Beam eyes. There's differences and stuff there. I just don't want all this. This is what I want, Rufus, and I don't think I'll ever get it. And and this is just a problem with me. I'll go back and rewatch what I got now and just dream about what could possibly happen. But I want it to turn. if HBO Max seriously wants to continue to keep subscribers and keep eyeballs on HBO Max, because I honestly am in HBO Max a lot because of the movies that they have and the
Yeah.
DC hub. Dude, I rewatched Batman Beyond. I rewatched Superman the animated series. I've rewatched Justice League and Unlimited 2 times over now. If they really want to keep like us, you and me subscribed, hell, put versions of the DCU on HBO Max. I don't know if you give Ben Affleck a movie. I don't know if he's interested in doing a
I
movie or a
say, yeah,
series. But if you
I
were
hold
to
on.
say, Ben Affleck, my guy, 10 episodes, Batman, we're gonna do, even if it's a limited series, Rufus, 10 episodes, you get to tell your Batman story of you versus Deathstroke in that capacity. I'm all for it.
We watching it.
We're watching that. We're subscribing
But
to watch that.
here's the thing. Hold on now. Now here's the thing. We're going back to that formula talk right now. Because that's what Disney is doing. They're taking each character and they're breaking them shits down and doing series.
Can I?
What?
Do you mind?
Yeah.
I
Go
had
ahead.
this discussion with Emily today, and I know we're all over the place. We're back after, I don't know, our biggest hiatus ever in our show's creation. It'll be the longest one. We got a lot to talk about because it's been on our minds for the last few weeks. But Emily and I were talking about this today of like, I haven't watched a single episode of Loki yet. And our plan is to watch it this weekend because I think next week's the final episode, I think. And this is a me thing, Rufus. There's nobody out there. This is a me thing. This is a me problem. I don't think, in my mind, I don't think Marvel, or I don't think that story or any story they come up with now will ever, in my heart and mind, top the 10 years of movies that I invested in to see them get to Endgame.
Okay.
And the thing, let me mention. And the thing is, like, all the series aside from Loki, obviously it's the Loki from the first Avengers movie that went back in time. So it's not the Loki that sort of grew with the movies after that, which again, I started liking Loki a whole lot during that. And that's not the same sort of version of him. Or at least I'm under an impression that I haven't watched an episode, so I'm just under that impression. But aside from WandaVision, who they take a minor character, not a minor, I take that back. She wasn't top tier. It was like, okay, let's spin her off and let's go into Doctor Strange. Perfect. I was in every week for that one. Captain America and Winter Soldier, or Falcon and Winter Soldier. Again, taking a character, not top tier, but giving them a story there. Loki is a pretty major character, man, in my mind. And in my heart and mind, his story's finished. But they've done this series to sort of keep continuing to be able to use Tom Hiddleston and Loki. If you give me fresh Black Widow is basically right before Infinity War. Is that right?
Something like that.
Or in between Infinity War and Endgame, somewhere around there.
Endgame, yeah.
So, I mean, the stakes can't really be that high in that movie because we know what happens to her. But it's just to introduce new characters along with her movie. Dude, again, I'm not that enthused about the quote unquote new Avengers, man. I'm not, because it's 10 years of investment that I put. Okay, I'm not talking for anybody else. I'm just talking for myself, that I put in, where I think back to sitting in that first Avengers movie, and they're like, and I'm thinking myself, you sat with me on a Sunday. You and Jamar sat with me on a Sunday. That was my third time seeing that movie that weekend, because I went Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. But when I sat in there the first time, in my mind, and I mouthed this, I was like, holy they did it. When they did that whole spin around shot of all of them, Hulk, Iron Man flown down, Thor, the gun, like that, just thinking about it gives me goosebumps, because I was like, they did it. And years after that, I say the exact same thing when Captain America says Avengers Assemble.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
thinking in my mind.
I get chills thinking about that shit right now.
I'm like, they did it. And that's one reason why I sort of can't get. I don't have 10 years left in me. I feel like so
Yes, you do.
so
But hold on, let me ask you
so
one question.
what I want is I want DC to sort of take this opportunity to be
And give
like,
you something.
okay, we don't have Chris Evans, we still got Chris Hemsworth for Thor one more time or two more times. We don't have Robert Downey Jr. anymore to compete against. Let's bring out our Batman, which they have one, and Robert Pattinson, and they're getting by with this shit by saying that they're all in different worlds, which is freaking me out because they haven't established a multiverse yet.
No.
But go ahead. I'm rambling a little bit, but
so but that's fine because like I said, it's been a while and we got a lot of shit on our mind. But check this out. So you're not excited about the shows. I get that.
I mean,
but hold on, whoa.
I won't say excited. I'm gonna watch them, but you're giving me that feel before.
But here's my thing. When you started watching WandaVision, did you start to feel something? When you was watching Captain America, did you start to feel something?
Well, again, they were lower tier, sort of, and I hate saying lower tier, but they weren't like the heavy big guns, you know.
But
so I understood spinoffs of them.
So here's the thing: the whole point of the spinoffs, and this is what I try to get people to understand, is storytelling. That's all it is storytelling.
It's true. It's a comic book. It's a comic book come to life.
That's what I'm saying. If you like good stories, you like reading comic books, you like watching, TV, and you like seeing comic books come to life, that's what these are. These are comic books coming to life. And the shit to me is fucking awesome because I love stories. And I'm enjoying, I've seen Loki. I'm enjoying Loki's story because this is a part of Loki I didn't know. I admit that. But when it comes to the DCEU and them doing the same thing, I think it would be great if they kept the same characters. So if Gal Gadot did a 10 episodes, so let's just stick with that number. 10 episodes of Wonder Woman from beginning to how she get her powers and become Wonder Woman. And then Ben Affleck, say Ben Affleck had 10 episodes to show him and Deathstroke going at it. That shit. Man, I then show Jason Momoa as Aquaman doing his thing, him and Mantis going at it. So, you know what I'm saying?
I think those, aside from Batman, just because we don't know Ben Affleck's status, because again, just to jump in with it a little bit, and we can sort of fantasy book how we would have made the DCEU too. But I think aside from Ben Affleck, he's the only one that I could realistically see doing like a mini series sort of thing for HBO Max, because they've already greenlit Wonder Woman 3. Like they're gonna that's happening.
Which I'm not understanding happen. that. I'm honestly not understanding the whole Wonder Woman 3 thing after the fucking 84 shit.
Okay, so let's pull it back real quick, because I think we have a lot of like good for the DCEU, and then a lot of bad that they went through as well. We can both agree that they rushed everything, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, if we were sort of fantasy booking this thing, you have your Man of Steel movie, right? And let's be honest, didn't Zack Snyder cast all of these people that we like, and all the people and all the people that they're going to continue to use?
Wait a minute, now hold on. Somebody else casted Gal Gadot.
No, he casted her for Batman vs Superman. Like he was the voice for her.
Because I thought it was somebody else.
It was not Patty Jenkins. Okay. No, it was. I'm pretty sure. Everybody, if you know, put it in the comments. But I'm pretty sure, since he was doing Batman vs Superman and this was his 5 movies, I'm pretty sure he was in charge of casting for that. Okay. But he gave us all these great casting choices, and Warner Brothers jumped in and just screwed everything up mostly. Even though the son thing and the pregnant Lois and all that stuff, but if you're looking at, if this is just me talking to you right now, if you're looking at rebooting, we're not rebooting, same actors, same cast, how would you have booked the DCEU?